All right, guys, today we're going to be reviewing Chapter 3. And in Chapter 3, we did all of our numbers that were beyond 10. And beyond just means bigger than 10, farther past 10. Okay, so one thing that we did was look at our, what is this called? Remember what this is called? A 10 frame. We looked at our 10 frames and we filled them in for each number from 11 all the way to 20. Those are called our teen numbers. Remember our song that we learned? Come on, everybody, let's get this done. Numbers in the teens, they start with the 1. So let me quickly write all of our teen numbers. We have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Fit them on there. Okay, so all of our teen numbers start with the 1, and then we get to 20 at the end over here. So let's take a look at our 10 frames. If I fill up one 10 frame, just gonna use our little dots. If I fill up one whole 10 frame, what do I have? 10. If a 10 frame is full, you have 10 dots. So we know that we're starting with 10 here. So let's add some dots over here. And I want you to try to figure out how many I have. So if I have 10 here, subatize how many I have here, and I want you to tell me how many I have all together. I'll give you just a second. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 15. What if I add 2 more? Figure out how many I have in those 10 frames. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I have 17 in those 10 frames. And that's what we did most of Chapter 3. We worked on each number individually until we got to all of these numbers. And then we talked a little bit about numbers that go past 20. And we used a hundreds chart. Let me show you one really quickly. We used a hundreds chart to look at all of those numbers from 1 all the way to 100. I have your book with me, so let me find the page really quick and we'll look at our hundreds chart. It's a lot of numbers. Can you see that? Let me pull it a little closer to the camera for you. That was our big hundreds chart that we did. So what you can do at home to practice Chapter 3 is definitely practice counting to 100. Or see if your mom and dad can find a hundreds chart like this. There's plenty that they can find online, or you can make your own. And I want you to practice pointing to a number and saying what that number is. Or have someone in your family say, okay, the number is 54, and see how quickly you can point to that number. Okay? So we worked on that. And the last thing that we did in Chapter 3 was we counted by tens. Do you guys remember doing that? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And I know you guys are so good at that. So you can definitely practice that at home as well. Just as you're walking around, you can count by tens, counting your steps, or find some items in your house that you can use to count. Okay, now I'm gonna take our board away and we're gonna do our performance task like we did for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. All right, so let's look at the first thing that we need to do. I have some markers over here because I'm gonna need those in a minute. Okay, so it says, count the baseball gloves, write the number. Easy enough. I want you guys to help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so 15, remember, numbers in the teens, they start with the 1, so I do my 1 first. And for a 15, it's a 1 and then a 5. Okay? Next one says, count the baseballs, write the number. Let's count them. I'm gonna put little dots because these kind of go in a circle and I don't want to lose my spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 baseballs. Numbers in the teens, they start with the 1, Then I need to do my 3 around and around. All right, let's flip it over, see what's next. There are 20 marbles. Color the boxes in the 10 frames to show that number of marbles. Okay, so we know these are 10 frames. Each 10 frame has 10 boxes in that big rectangle and 10 here. So 10, 20. So in order to get 20 marbles, we need to fill in every single box. So I'm gonna use a blue marker to show my marbles, and I'm just gonna put blue dots. Now after I do my dots, I'm gonna count them just to check and make sure that I put the right amount in there. We need 20 all together. Okay, let's count them and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We know that's 10 because that's a 10 frame. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so 20 marbles. Great job, guys. Okay, next part, let's look at it. Count by tens, write the numbers. So each group of marbles here has 10. They already gave us the first number, which is 10. Now we need to count by tens going up. 10, what comes after 10 when we're counting by tens? 20, oops, that was a crazy looking two. 20, 10, 20, 30. Is that what you guys got? 10, 20, 30. Okay. Count to 50 by tens. Color each number you count yellow. All right, let me get my yellow marker. All right, so when we're counting by tens, the first number we count is the number 10, which is all the way right here at the end of this line. Let me pull it up so you guys can see it a little closer. Okay, so when we're counting by tens, what number comes after 10? 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Look at that. All right. So I want to show you guys one more thing for chapter 3 that we did. We practiced writing our T numbers. We did this one, I showed you guys this in when we did chapter 1 and chapter 2, but in chapter 3 we did the same thing, but this has our T numbers from 11 to 15 here, and then 16 to 20 here. I'm not going to do these for you because we already practiced writing those numbers, but I do want you to practice these numbers at home. And I know a lot of friends already have been practicing because of your math bingo that you have. But if you haven't practiced your T numbers in a little while, I want you to go ahead and practice those now so that you are all set and ready for first grade. All right, guys, that is all of chapter 3. Great job.